Josh.
And I'm Jace.
Perfect intro. Yeah, we did it. All right, high five. Let's do this video. We are going to watch a death battle. The newest death battle.
Ultron.
Versus Sigma.
Marvel.
Versus Capcom.
So, Ultron, obviously, as everyone knows, is from the Marvel universe. So
I wonder if he's gonna. I wonder if he's gonna have his, like, all of his clones, because that's one of his abilities. He makes duplicates of himself.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Ultron is technically a program.
That was like one of the trickiest things about him, was that he kept downloading his body. He kept downloading himself into new bodies.
We don't really know anything about Sigma. He is from Mega Man.
He was the guy who had, like, his morality switched with Zero, I think, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't. But also, that doesn't say anything about how powerful he is.
Is he like the main villain of the Mega Man series? I don't know. No,
that's Dr. Wily.
That's Dr. Wily. Is he?
Wily, whatever.
Yeah. I'll say this about Ultron. There's this Avengers show I used to watch, and there's a thing where all the Avengers are going up against Ultron. Thor just straight up, like, I think it was Thor, like, smacks Ultron in the face with his hammer. Like, it doesn't, like, rip off Ultron's head. It just put, like, a crazy big ding in it. Actually, no.
Just a ding?
No. I got it wrong. He throws it at Ultron's chest. It doesn't go through the chest, right? It just, like, puts a huge gapping, like, hammer-shaped dent in his chest.
What, you mean that Ultron was standing there and the hammer actually stopped?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like, you know, it, like, pinned Ultron.
Ultron is worth it.
No, it pinned Ultron to the wall. And then Thor, like, calls it back, but then, like, Ultron's armor just, like, just pops. It's like it just
pops back out.
It buffs back out. Like,
oh my god! What kind of armor is that?
I don't know what kind of machinery it is, but it's almost like a machine with a healing factor.
Or like rebuilding itself.
Yeah, like rebuilding itself. Yeah. So, and I know for a fact.
There's actually in Overwatch, there's a machine that does that. It has the ability to repair itself.
That's pretty cool.
Thus regenerating health.
So Ultron, not invented by Tony Stark. I actually forget that sometimes because of the movies. He was traditionally made by Hank Pym, and that's why he's got, like, these little dudes on the side of his head.
Oh my god!
Because it's supposed he's supposed to look like an ant.
Oh wow!
All right, let's do it. I'm ready. You ready?
All right, let's do this.
Press the space bar.
Check out 23andMe, a DNA testing service that can offer insight into your ancestry, health, wellness, and traits. The 23andMe Health and Ancestry Service includes reports on how your DNA can influence your weight, sleep quality, sense of taste, and more. It's super easy to do. You just spit into the tube and mail it back to their lab to be analyzed. I learned a lot about my family tree, and I'm probably a little lactose intolerant. Order your 23andMe Health and Ancestry
This is like the
Service
101st death battle.
Yes, this is death battle number 101.
Are we getting Wisdom Boomstick again, or is it just for the 100th?
I have no idea. I think we're about to find out.
All right, death battle.
Humans fear what they don't understand, especially when it comes to the infinite potential of artificial intelligence.
Like Ultron, Marvel's mechanical mass murderer.
And Sigma, the general of genocide.
That Ultron looked more like the minions.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Oh yeah, here we are.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
Also, Ultron has killed a lot of the Avengers.
A death battle.
You mean actually killed or killed?
Like, well, in certain timelines.
The creator of the revolutionary Pym particles and designated scientist supreme by eternity. He was also the quote-unquote father of one of the greatest mass murderers in the universe.
Guess which one he's most remembered for?
Eager to push the boundaries of science, Hank constructed an artificial intelligence which could learn and evolve on its own, modeling it on his own brain patterns.
Just one problem. At the time, Hank was pretty effed up and just a few years from going full-on Looney Tunes.
Maybe not the best time to base an AI off your mind, but still, Hank's project was a success. Ultron had been born.
Damn!
Destruction is inevitable.
Hang on, Wiz. I thought Tony and not Hulk created Ultron.
In the movies, sure, but it was Hank in the primary source material, the comics.
Well, he really knocked it out of the park. Ultron's super smart brain evolved past Hank's ability to cope, basically skipping over the innocent kid phase and straight to, screw you, Dad, you'll never understand.
I bet you know a lot about that.
Screw you, Wiz, you'll never understand.
Because Ultron's consciousness was based off Hank's struggling bipolar one, he inherited his creator's issues and magnified them into absurdity. With a new thirst for power, coupled with a severe inferiority complex, Ultron escaped the lab, bent on destroying his father, the Avengers, and basically all organic life.
And the first step was upgrading his trash can of a body into a sleek new adamantium one. The same kind of metal used for Wolverine's skeleton chrome job.
Why not vibranium?
You may be wondering,
I think adamantium is
gonna
actually
walk
supposed to be
around
better.
if his entire body is made of adamantium. Even Thor has a hard time bending that stuff. And he can friggin' destroy planets!
Ultron thought of that and created an answer. His molecular rearranger allows him to mold and shape his body any way he likes. He can manipulate his adamantium self to move around or transform into blades, spikes, and explosions, apparently. Specifically, he can expend his body through a blast of energetic force. The molecular rearranger is also a handy repair tool on the off chance
that's the one. His face just heals.
He's also got a power siphon to absorb energy, jet boosters for flight, nanobot antibodies, and a fusion reactor powering the whole package. And if you're a death robot who's about to challenge all the Avengers to a fight all at once, which Ultron did, you're gonna need more than just some fancy doodads to pull it off.
He possesses super strength and super speed, and he can manipulate ionic energy. An ion is an atom or molecule
He's falling
with
asleep.
electric charge, and this charge is created when it loses or gains one or more electrons.
Enough nerd speak, Wiz. It's just there because all robo people need to shoot awesome robo lasers, right?
Absolutely.
What? Whoa.
Ultron can fire beams of ionic energy from his eyes, mouth, and hands, and can even use it to create force fields. He also wields an encephalo-ray, which allows him to read and control minds, erase memories, and even put you into a coma with a single hit.
What laser beam does that?
Ray, huh? That's
Syphilis
ray.
ray.
To get rid of.
Too true. Also, Ultron's artificial intelligence isn't bound to any one physical body. Should he be destroyed, he can transfer his consciousness into another machine to survive.
And boy, does he have a lot of drones on hand just for that. Like the giant Ultron 7 or the Christmas-themed Santatron. And who could forget Ultron 15, the alcoholic one? Part robot, all fun.
While most of these drones are relatively fragile compared to his own adamantium shell, Ultron has a veritable army on his hands, all of which are extensions of his will that he commands simultaneously.
He's conquered the whole world with these guys in 2 different future timelines. He's humiliated heavy hitters like Iron Man, Wonder Man, and Thor, flown across the entire galaxy just for fun, and tanked hits from Mjolnir like they were nothing. Plus, he's hella smart. I mean, Hank is Scientist Supreme, right? And Ultron was designed to grow smarter than him, so that would make him
we need to start with the math, all right, man?
With extra cheese.
He even assimilated
Break it down.
an organic race known as the Phalanx, and then used them to conquer the entire Kree Empire. This empire spans the Greater Magellanic Cloud, a real-life satellite galaxy near to our own Milky Way. It's made up of 1,000 planets across a diameter of 14,000 light-years, and Ultron conquered all of them in just a couple hours.
Damn, that's some dedication. I can't even bother to finish conquering all the anthills outside my shack.
With all that power and intelligence, Ultron was able to defeat the time-traveling warlord Kang, who pulled an army of superheroes across time to fight for him.
Who's Kang?
Kang lost
time-traveling
so many times that the universe started
warlord.
to collapse from how many people he was time-hopping to fight Ultron. Man, is there anything that can stop this robot?
Well, sufficient heat can melt his internal circuitry, his adamantium is vulnerable to antimetal, and he is frequently defeated by computer viruses that can attack his AI directly.
He also never really got over the crazy he inherited from Hank. He once self-destructed in utter disbelief after reading the phrase, "Thou shalt not kill." Yeah, he's so murder-happy that just the thought of not killing people drove him to suicide. Yeah, guy's got problems.
No kidding, he wants to turn Hank's wife into a robot bride for himself.
That is true.
Hey, pretty mama.
And once merged with Hank for a cross-galaxy road trip, slaughtering billions just for fun.
Whoa, wait, what was that bit about sex-botting his mom?
There aren't enough Pym particles in the world to shrink Ultron's issues, but to
you
be
lost
honest,
me now.
that's probably what makes him so incredibly
This one is a more
deadly.
science-y episode of Death Battle.
The man said.
Oh, James Spader, you're amazing.
Just makes me stronger.
In the year 21, humanity experienced the golden age of technology. All thanks
21
to the
hug.
discovery and replication
No, just
of
21.
Blue android.
21 years after Jesus was born.
These replicated androids, or replicated,
21.
were mass-produced and
21
used at all
XX.
levels of society.
Wow,
21
that
husband.
sounds amazing.
We're missing very
like
important
it could
information.
have no possible negative repercussions at all.
Unfortunately,
There it is.
instances of crime involving Reploids began to increase. Something seemed to be infecting them, turning these Reploids into violent mavericks who needed to be stopped.
So, Dr. Kane, the guy that started this Reploid shindig in the first place, created a robot so badass that it could hunt mavericks without getting infected himself. This Reploid was named Sigma.
Oh!
Commander Sigma led the newly formed Maverick Hunters like an elite police force. Under his leadership skills, the number of overall casualties dropped to a whopping 0.
Things were
Looks
going
like the
great.
forbidden love
Well,
child
until they
of Buzz
found a
Lightyear in
mysterious red
Zurg.
Maverick in an abandoned laboratory who started eating Maverick Hunter ass for breakfast. Wait,
all the
that
blood.
didn't come out right.
Sigma fought the fight of his life. And though he technically won, his victory was far more Pyrrhic than he or the rest of the world could ever have imagined.
So this red guy was called Zero, and turns out the thing infecting Reploids and turning them into Mavericks was a virus leaking from Zero's stasis pod. That also didn't sound right.
A final gift from that dastardly Dr. Wily.
Oh dear God, that thing is hard on a hangover.
Fortunately, Sigma was designed to fight off such a virus. Unfortunately, this actually just made things worse. Instead of bending Sigma to its violent will, the virus merged with his programming, becoming one with his body and mind. Together, they both became stronger than before, with a whole new outlook on the world. Sigma began to look at humankind as detrimental to Reploid evolution, holding back their full potential.
Yeah, the big, strong metal people hate the dumb flesh bags, blah, blah. I hear it from you every time at the bar, Wiz.
Look at
When was the
how
last
I
time I
mentioned
went to a
mother.
bar?
You don't remember?
No.
Mission accomplished. Sigma gathered Mavericks,
Very
and when
nice.
the time was right, his invasion began. But to pull it off, he needed some bitchin' robo-weapons. Sigma's favorite is his totally not copyrighted beam sword.
got a
But he
lightsaber.
also likes tearing through bots with his flying hammer, beam scythe, and the I'm not compensating for anything size Sigma blade.
He also wields an energy rifle, flamethrower, and a giant energy cannon.
For extra defense, he has a shield that can be tossed around the room like a boomerang.
Very
and
nice.
hey look,
Captain
he's like
America.
a robo-Wolverine.
What?
Only the metal's on the outside.
Okay.
Well, and
Wolverine.
inside.
With all these
I
weapons
mean, like,
and an army
I feel
at
like
his
this guy
back,
has a lot of
Sigma's
Avengers
operation
powers,
was
but
nearly successful.
Ultron can kill them.
However, he was halted by the original android Dr. Kane found all those years ago, Mega Man X.
But Sigma just kept coming back. Over and over and over and... Wait a minute. Is that a new villain? Oh, never mind. He's just being controlled by Sigma. How the hell does he keep coming back? How many lives does this guy have?
Well, Sigma's body is just a shell. The true essence of Sigma lies in the merged and sentient Sigma virus. This virus can infect other robotic bodies, turning other Reploids Maverick or even completely transferring his consciousness. He's even built several enormous bodies just for this.
These extra robo-shells have all sorts of unique abilities.
Whoa,
they
he
can
looks
fly,
like
teleport
the-
around,
oh my God.
make walls of electricity, create force fields, shoot a giant laser beam of death, or
Laser
make some
beam of
blue
death.
balls.
Okay, got it.
Ah, that's rough, buddy. I've been there.
Also, each of Sigma's Mavericks possess their own abilities that are...
Hey, look, Wiz, they're all animals. That one's a penguin, and that's an octopus, and that one's a Kawanger. Yeah, Kawangers are... what the f*** is a Kawanger?
It's just a messed up romanization of Kuwagata, the Japanese word for stag beetle.
Yeah, I guess Kawanger sounds more badass.
With these forces, Sigma waged war with humanity for many, many years.
He's battled top-tier Maverick hunters like X, Axel, and even that Zero guy. Wait, what's Guns N' Roses doing here?
Zero once survived an impact that broke apart the Eurasia space colony, which,
It only
when
says
its
he
pieces
hurt
landed on
Zero.
Earth, created an explosion
Who
equal to at least
survived?
100 teratons of TNT. And Sigma is powerful enough to take out Zero in a single hit.
Damn.
Oh.
But Sigma's also managed to damage X, who once channeled enough energy through his body to destroy all of Japan. Suck it, Godzilla.
And many of Sigma's bodies could tank attacks from both X and Zero without much issue. That's impressive, considering X fought the General,
What?
whose body was tough enough to block a laser capable of destroying the Earth. The minimum amount of energy necessary to destroy a planet is known as its gravitational binding energy, which in the case of Earth is equivalent to a little over 63 sextillion tons of TNT.
That's 22 zeros. The number, not the robot. Plus, he's fast enough to keep up with Zero, the actual robot, not the number, who dodged Optic Sunflower's beam of sunlight.
Actually, Sigma's likely even faster. Recall that Reploids like X, Zero, and Sigma were designed to be superior in every way to classic era robots like Mega Man. That same Mega Man fought Duo, a space robot capable of flying between Saturn and the Earth within 35 seconds.
The only thing that could stop Sigma was the Mother Elf antivirus program. But if you don't take out the squishy computery center, he'll always come back.
So long as Sigma's still kicking, the dream of a world where humans and robots coexist is doomed to be a nightmare.
The time has come to prove your mettle against me. This fight will decide the fate of all Reploids.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, let us help you program your next meal.
I'm going with Ultron.
You're going with Ultron? I don't.
Okay, here's the thing. Ultron seems like he has taken a lot more. He's also seems a lot more dangerous with regeneration and not to mention he was based off of a mad scientist. I get that. They're both designed to be peacekeepers, it looks like.
I don't know who to pick. I'm trying to think. Ultron took over an entire galaxy in hours. But if you tell him that he can't kill anybody, you know, that's the key. And they said like one of his weaknesses is heating up his internal organs, which I guess you could do with the laser sword. And I'm gonna go with Sigma.
You're going with Sigma?
I'm going with Sigma.
I'm going with Ultron. Right?
I don't know who to pick. I'm just gonna go with the opposite.
Also, Ultron seems to also be way faster.
What do you mean faster?
By traveling across 14,000 light years in just a few hours. Not to mention stopping in between to make attacks.
I'm changing my answer. I'm going with Ultron. Ultron. I don't.
Make up your mind, Josh.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Ultron. Fuck.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because you said Sigma. I don't want you changing your mind again. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm gonna go with Ultron.
Ah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm convinced. I wanted to go with Ultron. If we're wrong, we slap each other.
Yes. It's time for a death battle!
Let's do it. What kind of animation we getting? Oh no! Wow.
Going with the classic.
Ultron's coming in. Oh.
Going with the classic pixel animation.
Yes.
Is that better for you?
Shut up.
It's not 8-bit. It's pixel animation.
Yes.
Your unconditional surrender now.
At the risk of sounding cliche.
Whoa, he's teleporting in. Whoa.
You and what army?
Oh. This army. It's like you had to ask. Oh, they both got armies. Whoa! He's going through them. Yeah, they're nothing. Oh, come on, he can block the laser. Ah. Damn! He's teleporting like crazy.
I am Sigma. I am superior.
Now he's just teleporting for no reason. Get him.
That adamantium, man. You can't cut through that shit.
Whoa. Oh, where are we now? Oh,
Ah, damaged his visor. Ha!
you can't see.
Your reign is a delusion. You're all just puppets on strings.
Is he about to kill him right now? Is this the end of the... Wow.
Oh, he was laughing.
Oh.
Oh! He changed his...
Whoa. And then Ultron's gonna get like Ultron 7, or maybe he'll be Santa Ultron.
Santatron.
Lucky for me, I'm my own best backup.
Oh, he turned off. Kaiju fight. I like the floating fists. Okay, is this it? Is this the ending? Or has he got more bodies? Oh! Whoa! Is he gonna hack him? Oh no! Fuck.
Oh, please.
Okay, I thought he was vulnerable to viruses.
Everything belongs to me.
Hell,
He took,
Ultron.
he took all of them. Okay.
I guess that's one way to make friends.
Despite Sigma's deviousness and ferocity, he was
Like,
fairly
took me out of
outclassed by
going with
Ultron's
Sigma.
talents.
Sigma could scale to the general, who took a face full of 63 sextillion tons of TNT.
The planet busting
But
stuff really
Ultron
got
can
me.
withstand hits from Thor and his hammer, and we all know how awesome that thing is.
When Thor fought Gore the God Butcher, their battle created shockwaves powerful enough to shatter planets thousands
Okay.
of miles away.
What?
This could only be possible with a force equivalent to 682 septillion tons of TNT.
More
Over
TNT.
10,000 times stronger than anything Sigma could survive.
And not only has Ultron frequently smacked Thor around like a toddler, Thor has had a really hard time trying to damage Ultron's adamantium armor. So Sigma's weapons couldn't either.
In terms of speed, Ultron flew across the galaxy in several months, putting him roughly 200,000 times the speed of light. That's leagues faster than Sigma, even if we scale him to Duo, who is 114 times light speed. And frankly, scaling to Duo through Mega Man in the first place is a bit capricious, as Duo didn't use his full potential in their fight.
Even with all that, it really didn't matter who could punch harder or move faster, because the real fight was between the Ultron AI and the Sigma virus.
Right, and while infection and possession was kind of the Sigma virus's thing, Ultron's AI was far more advanced. Recall how he enslaved an entire techno-organic race, to the point where he used them to conquer an empire spanning a whole satellite galaxy.
Yeah, the Phalanx are like Marvel's version of the Borg. Hell, that means Ultron basically Sigma'd a whole race of Sigmas.
It also helps that Ultron is as smart, or smarter, than Hank, the scientist supreme. Hank's even admitted as much, and he's smart enough to construct an infinitely sized mansion in a higher dimension of existence. Sigma was certainly a ruthless schemer, but nowhere near that level.
The only time Ultron was ever defeated by a virus was one specifically designed to bypass his defenses and leave him vulnerable to attack from the future and a bunch of other complicated stuff.
Sigma was a tenacious one, but Ultron was the stronger android, the tougher villain, and the deadlier virus.
It wasn't long before Ultron assimilated him.
The winner is Ultron.
Ooh. All right, who's next?
Good. No one
Hey,
gets
thanks for
slapped
watching. If
today.
you want the battle track
I wanna
from
see
that
who's
fight,
next.
you can click the link down below and get it off iTunes. And we still have a few limited edition 100 episode posters left, so if you guys want to pick one up, just click that box right over there.
Next time on Death Battle.
There's Master Roshi.
That's for
And
Oh, this guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna try.
Master Roshi versus
The guy
Jiraiya?
he's from Naruto. I think he's the guy who taught Naruto how to Naruto.
He taught Naruto how to Naruto.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He taught Boruto's dad. I'm kidding.
He taught Boruto's dad how
Yeah.
to Naruto.
Yeah. Oh my God. Master Roshi, the invincible. Oh. Okay, so nobody gets slapped, and it's all because of you, man. You did it. You saved me. I was gonna go with Sigma, and then you talked me out of it.
Should not have said anything.
Yeah, you should have said nothing. I would have been slapped. So if you're anybody who's mad at that I didn't get slapped, blame him. Yeah. All right, we got next.
I'm gonna get you.
We're gonna get Master Roshi versus
Jiraiya. Something.
Naruto guy. And
I have no idea.
we'll find out more.
Well-
I really hope it's not like the death battle between Naruto and Bleach, Ichigo from Bleach, because I was getting sleepy during that death battle. I was just like, there's so much made up shit going on. I can't keep up. Death battle. I can't keep up. All right, guys. I've been Josh.
I was Jace.
Did you die?
You said I've been Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.